And the first one was that I felt quite anxious and I was overthinking. And this is something my friend Jack, the CEO of Testosterone, even says, and I'll quote him here. I was really anxious, really shy, really nervous, and I'd never been like that before. So I started looking into it and I had low testosterone. And I don't know the science around this, why low testosterone could cause anxiety in like a science neurological way. Maybe Andrew Huberman's explained it before. But in a practical setting, it makes sense to me that if a man's testosterone is reduced, testosterone's kind of like that drive hormone that causes him to pursue higher status. If that goes down, he can start to feel quite anxious, especially around other people, because he feels that he's lower down in society. There was a blog post that I read a while ago, and it was a bunch of like, pseudoscience things. The blog was called Wujo, and he was talking about anxiety and depression, and he explained them to in an evolutionary psychological way, where he said that men of low status will have anxiety and depression because they fear that the alpha male will kick them out of the tribe. Think about it, if you're really low down in the social status amongst your peers, you could feel quite bad mentally because you have this fear that you could be, for example, replaced, you could be banished from the tribe. And of course, we're not really in tribes anymore, we've developed a lot, but at least to me, it made sense that why it seems like the majority of guys who are quite low status feel anxious and depressed. And it could be explained with just low testosterone, but okay, but why would low testosterone cause anxiety and depression? What is the purpose? The sciencey stuff makes sense and it gives this whole argument credibility, but what is the purpose of having anxiety and negative thoughts if you have low testosterone? Well, it's probably because you fear getting banished by the guy up there, and so it makes you neurotically think about ways that you can provide for your tribe. Of course, none of that is like proven scientifically. It just kind of made sense to me from some random blog that I read, and I was like, oh yeah, that does make sense. So if you ever do find yourself quite anxiously thinking, especially about a social circle, probably because you're not that high up in that social circle. Because if you were really, really high up in some kind of social circle in your school or workplace, you probably wouldn't be anxious about it.